Hey guys, it's me again. So listen, I wasn't planning on doing another long drawn out case file today. I saw something on TV this morning and it made me really want to jump on here and just go over some thoughts I've been having about these murders in Idaho, right? I'm sure the whole entire country is talking about this at now, at this point. I'm not going to get into the details. I'm sure you guys know for the most part what happened. But this morning I was watching. Did you guys ever see that show, See No Evil? It's one of those investigation discovery shows. It is amazing, right? So I was watching this episode this morning where this little girl, she's 16 years old, and her mom went to get her up for school and she wasn't there, right? Just disappeared. So now they had no clue where she could be. So they started off by taking one of her, she had a cell phone sitting in her drawer that was not connected, but I guess she could use it on Wi-Fi. And they didn't have the password to get into the phone, but you know how when somebody sends you messages and your phone's locked, you see a few words of the message on the lock screen. Well, so the cops could see that she was talking to somebody, but they couldn't make out what exactly they were talking about, right? So this girl lives across the street from a Marathon gas station. I've never seen those. I think, they don't have any that are here in Jersey where I am, I don't think. But anyway, she lived across the street from a Marathon gas station. And her mom said sometimes she would wake up early and go over there and get a cup of coffee and then come back. So she thought maybe she did that. But obviously not. So the cops basically, they started there, just to see if she was there. So they went in and asked to see the cameras. So as they're watching, she never shows up, right, at all. They don't see her on camera that day, at all. But, and there's only a camera inside the store, not outside the store, which is so stupid to me. Shouldn't you have cameras at the pumps? But I don't know, maybe it was broken. But I digress. The only one that the cops were able to view was the inside of the gas station, as your convenience store / gas station place. So as the cops watching the video, he just happens to notice that you can see out the front of the building, you can see a little bit into the parking lot, and he saw it a vehicle drive past right around the time that the little girl would have kind of, in the time period where she was gone. And he's like, oh, that looks like a black Jeep, whatever. He just kind of wasn't really thinking anything of it, right? So anyway, after he went to the gas station, he how did he get there? Yeah, I can't remember how they got to this point, but what they ended up doing was they saw this little girl's entire route just by following the cameras. The Marathon camera, and then oh, it was because her phone was pinging, because she did have a real phone, and she had that one on her. The fake phone, or the old phone that doesn't do anything but internet, was home. That's what it was. So she had this cell phone on her. So they were watching where the cell phone was pinging, and how, it went from, right by her house and the gas station, and ended up in another county. So at that point, it stopped pinging, right? So, they found out that, it pinged at this one particular tower, and the cop happened to know that intersection, so he ran over there real quick, and sure enough, they did have excuse me, my cat's totally photobombing us. No. You want to say hi? Hi. Anyway, what are you doing? She wants to be part of the action, you guys. She's actually looks like she's gonna pounce on me. You know how they do that thing with the wiggle butt? Anyway, they got the intersection, and they watched for between 6 and 6:30 a.m. Because she was gone in the morning, so they figured she must have. Do you mind? Tail in the way. There it goes again. What are you doing? Stop! You're ruining my video. It's a good thing you're cute. She's not really ruining it, right, guys? But her tail's gonna. Yep, there it goes again. Can you see me? No. Willow, stop. Her name's Willow, by the way. Okay, so they go to the intersection, and the cop is watching, and he sees maybe 13 or 14 different cars go by in the time period where her phone was passing, right? So they know that she passed through this intersection at this particular time, so they watched all the different cars. Now, wouldn't you know, there's a black Jeep among all those cars. So they didn't just stop there. Like, they actually went back to the intersection every day for like a few days so that they could keep watching that intersection every day, right? So then they figure out that 11 of those 13 vehicles drives that way every day. Like, they're going to work. Okay, so it's the same cars, except for the black Jeep and this red pickup truck. So they know now, right? They know it's got to be one of these two vehicles because that's where her phone was. So, you know, then they keep following the cameras. Like, they literally watched this girl go from where she got taken to, unfortunately, where they found her. Because they did eventually, unfortunately, find her deceased. But my whole point of talking about this is, why can't they do something like that in these Moscow murders? Like, how is it? I don't understand how there's no cameras. Like, they must have something. They have to have something. Because we've seen the thing where Maddie and Kaylee and the hoodie guy are walking past between Corner Club and the food truck. You know, like, we got that one video. There has to be more, you guys. There has to be. You know, there. And as for the Elantra, why can't they do that same thing with, like, the traffic cameras and, like, stores? And I don't know. Like, I'm sure they're doing these things. But, like, when I saw that this morning, that was the first thing that popped in my head. How is it 6 weeks since that happened and they're not even saying that they have a suspect? It's, like, mind-blowing. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, like I said, this is just going to be a short one. I just wanted to, you know, tell you guys about that. You really ought to check out See No Evil. That's one of the coolest shows ever. Like, every time I watch it, I'm totally glued. And I just actually, like, was watching one on YouTube. Like, I think they have them on Investigation Discovery, like, on their pay-per-view or whatever, like, but I don't have any of that shit. So anyway, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm working on my next case file. I'm not 100% sure which one I'm gonna do because I'm working on two, but, you know, I'll surprise you guys. So I'll see you guys soon.